Welcome to another session of my quantum journaling series. Today, I guess I'm going to discuss the thing that gave me passion today, because that's what I like discussing. I like that momentum of passion and fun and excitement, exhilarating. You can have that in life like all the time. Yeah. And of course, you can by if you know what your thoughts are, and you know your thoughts are by what your emotions are, how you're feeling. Because it's such a Sisyphean effort to be governing your thoughts. You cannot police them, it's kind of a hard task. So it's better to just pay attention to how you're feeling. Awareness of your emotions is a better way to, for me, I have found, to traverse the multiverse. Today I was thinking about the completion of creation and how absurd that was, especially the first time that I stumbled upon it. Like, I always knew as a kid that God created the world in 7 days and it was finished. But that time I knew, I guess with my intellect, I never knew it with my knowing. When you know with your knower, you know that. And nothing can dissuade you from that revelation, that knowing, that clarity of just that knowledge. The revelation that creation was complete was my key to enter the quantum realm. Because when I realized that everything that I can ever dream to be or of doing, any choice that I can ever make, it exists out there in the quantum realm. Like that's already done. The first time I realized that, I was like, I was amazed, yeah, shocked, but then I was like, what the fuck? Because it just seemed like the biggest quantum joke ever. Like, if creation is complete, why the hell am I here? Kind of suffering ish. At that time, I thought like life was boring. Guess that's when I stumbled upon that key to enter the quantum realm. So I realized that I could do, or have whatever I want. So I guess this leads us, this completion of creation and the key to entering the quantum realm, like that knowing. When you have that knowing, you can just shift into different realities. Another thing, we have like parallel earths, and we are always shifting realities like billions of times a second. That one I learned from Bashar, who is an entity channeled by Daryl Anker. Great stuff that he does. There exists an infinite number of parallel arts that I'm shifting towards every however billion times a second that is, because like creation is complete and it's just a still frame. It's my consciousness that's moving through the frames, creating that motion of movement and progress. So I like the fact that I can direct my consciousness towards whichever reality that I want to shift into, and that I can use my emotions to channel and drive myself towards there by finding the feeling place of it. That one I learned from Abraham Hicks, who is also a big contributor to my growth and bloom into the quantum realm. One of the reasons I wanted to do my quantum reflections is I felt like I was led to, because recently I felt like I shifted into another reality, that I had a growth spurt, so to speak, in the consciousness realm, awareness level. And I can feel the shift because there's so many new things that are coming into my life, And these new things are also because I've patched out a lot of things in my life that I've been led to. Suppose that's how the universe helps you make room for new things. I love, love, love being led by the universe, by my multidimensional guides. They're my unseen partners, and life is so easy. Like everything I've ever wanted, like that is me. That is me. I love that. I love that I don't have to worry anymore. Gosh, that is an amazing thing. Because for like most of my adult years, since I was a kid, I remember worrying about things. That I guess I'm projecting myself into a future when I'm here not enjoying the present. But I've come to realize that through experience, this is that whichever future I end up in, that Ellen knows what to do. I never need to worry about luck. I love that. Gosh, luck is a matrix thing. This whole illusion of luck. I like that I chose that to be my game. I can see why I chose that to be part of my game because I am thrilled uncovering and rediscovering who I am. What else I say? Yes, exactly my point. Always hear things like this wisdom drops into me. I was saying like how I like that I don't have to worry because at any moment I have assurance that I will have everything I need. Well-being is now well encoded into my DNA that I know that since I am, I can access anything that I want at any possible moment. Just need to tune into the right frequency. And this has helped me a lot at my job because fast-paced people people worry a lot about things. I just believe in the law of attraction being the vibrational manager of everything. It's the way Abraham Hicks put it, and it's proven well in my life. Like the law of attraction will just make everything that needs to come together for anybody. You just need to be in the right, I mean, choose your vibration. Be conscious about choosing your vibration. You will end up in a reality where you like, which has, again, my reality. I like that ease. I like that abundance. I like well being. I like being in the vortex. And I've realized that for me, the quickest way to get into the vortex, which is this vibrational state of being where all your desires exist and are being held in focus by your inner being, yes, the source within you. Please paying attention to all the stuff that you desire, calling you towards all that you desire. So to in so your inner being always is in your vortex, of course, and this vibrational state of being. The easiest way to get into this vibrational state of being for me is to get into a rampage of appreciation. And the quickest way to do it is early in the morning before anybody else shapes my day. I choose to shape my day. So for me, that looks like when I get up, I'm first thing, the thing that helps me think about abundance is how well the sky is held together, how the earth is held together in space, this tiny rock for all these millions and billions of years, which helps me get into that just, oh my God, well-being is me. Well-being is assured for me. I'm going with the flow of well-being. It helps me get to the state. I think about all the birds listening to their inner beings and being led in their wonderful dances in the sky. That is very moving. That helps me feel that feeling of freedom, which is part of abundance. The morning songs of the I have birds always around me. I feel like they just bring me their songs and I feel like Snow White. Okay. I love this reality that I've created. I love the sounds of the morning birds. It's like they're singing to me, honestly. And you know what? They are singing to me. I like that. Reality has no meaning and other than the meaning you put into it. I like that. I choose the meaning. I give the reality that is happening. I don't react. We were talking about how I shifted reality. I realized I shifted realities by the new things that I was coming into. I had upgraded, I leveled up in frequency because new ideas were coming into my realm of consciousness. Like the idea to even start quantum journaling, to get that voice out of my head into a visual thing to help activate other people. That came as a result of the shift. I saw an increase in clarity of just things that people were talking about. I had a deeper understanding. Yes, that's what it is, a deeper understanding, which is clarity. Whenever I listen to videos that Abraham Hicks talks about, I could see that I gained a deeper level of understanding on the situations that they were talking about. Or like this other channeler that I listened to, Erin Lyons. Whenever I listened to her videos, again, I re-listened to her videos. I could gain a deeper understanding, and that's how I also knew that I leveled up. I was getting more downloads dropped into me, knowledge dropped into me. I realized I'm developing a clearer picture of abundance and also worthiness. Yes, that one. Right now, the thing is, I gotta integrate all those downloads that I had received into my normal daily life in order to increase capacity to hold abundance and worthiness, which is cool. First, let's talk about abundance. How I encountered abundance. Because growing up, I never felt that abundance. Worried about money, and of course, you inherit those beliefs how money does not grow on trees, how you have to pick and choose what you can afford based on your income and stuff like that. But yeah, so recently I broke through this level that gave me an understanding like, gosh, I am priceless and nobody can ever pay me for, I can never work for somebody who'll pay me enough of what I'm worth. Nobody's willing to do that. I know. I mean, it's the matrix that we live in. My multidimensional team is helping me move into that vibration where the cooperative components are already gathered, where I'm existing in that abundance more and more. This has been a journey. I mean, I've always wanted to be abundant. And I usually listen to my guides to know like when is the right time to visit reflect on a certain topic like abundance because like man that was heavy. Was heavy. Just being bogged down by lack until I realized that it's not that it's lack, it's I have an abundance of lack, is how Bashar would put it. So, okay, I can concentrate on that good part. I have an abundance of something, that abundance of something, which led me to those couple months back. I was just on a normal day out shopping with my hubby. it was just one of those days that we are off from work together and just went out for breakfast, went shopping for our art supplies, for our creative outlets. And I remember feeling a certain feeling which was, I guess, foreign to me at that point. And somebody, one of my guides, told me like, pay attention to that. Which it was at a time where I had started listening to those impulses. What is that? That feeling? Feeling is new. Then like, okay, what am I doing at this time to generate this feeling, to manifest this emotion? And I realized it was because like I was just out and about doing things that I love and desire, wanting to do with my husband, not worrying about money. Because on a normal basis, previously to that point, or up to that point, I always was calculating, okay, how much can I afford to spend on this? How much can I spend on entertainment or doing my whole budget, being on my masculine energy, controlling the fuck out of shit. This one was like, okay, you're wealthy. You can afford anything. It was a feeling of freedom, like the weight being lifted off my shoulders. I remember feeling that. I'm like, okay, so this is what abundance feel like. And of course, my guys are, yeah. That's kind of, so I had to practice that feeling in order to know it. Once you break through a frequency, you can usually go back to that frequency. So I had to practice it to know it, to be it. And now, yeah, I am in the process of embodying that abundance nature of me, abundant nature of me. And for me, it was not conducive for me to go to think of abundance in money terms. It was better for me to go more general, thinking about nature and art spinning for over a billion years. It was better for me to go that general in order to conjure up this feeling of abundance and practice it. And once you practice it, it becomes your baseline. It's like it rewires your nervous system, helps you shift into a reality where you are abundant. And then how everybody sees and relates to you and perceives you is how you perceive yourself, because they are just mirrors, that concept of everybody is you pushed out. Once you see yourself as abundant, the world reflects that abundant nature to you. And then your job, for me, my job was like to point out that nature of abundance that was being shown to me about myself. Like, okay, oh my God, I have all these options. Look at how abundant I am. Oh, I have all these options in my shopping. Like, point out that the feeling that you're wanting. That's focusing your attention to it and calling it to you. And then, because reality is an algorithm, as the law of attraction will say, okay, you like that? Here's more of that. Here's more of that for you to do. And then you'll find yourself in that abundant reality that you have always wanted.